Hi, hello. Yeah, first off, thank you everyone who watched my first video. Thank you to the handful of you that subscribed and liked. That was really cool. I honestly wasn't expecting any subscribers or much activity with it. Like I said, this is just something I'm doing for fun. If people enjoy it and they like the content though, that's awesome. And that just kind of motivates me to get out there and try and keep making videos. So yesterday was like super sunny and like super warm for a late November day in Ontario. But I had to work all day, and today is my day off. So I was like really hoping like, oh, maybe some of this nice weather will hold off for tomorrow, so I can go and find like a nice cool spot to go skate again. But what we have is a crummy, cloudy day. So, you know what that means. I am probably going to have to go to that underground garage spot that I was talking about in my last video. There's a couple of factors to it that make it not so great. I'll explain it all when I get there. I have like a work call I have to do at like 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna be hanging out here. It's like 8:30 in the morning right now. I'm gonna hang out here. I'm just watching some videos, drinking my coffee. I'm just gonna hang out here for a bit until I can go out and skate, and I'm gonna try to go to that underground, and I'll explain more about why I don't really love skating there when I get there. Okay, see you there. Okay, so we're here now at the parking garage. Like I said, this isn't really my favorite place to skate for a couple of reasons. One, it's kind of a gamble as to when or if you will get kicked out of this place. I've had sessions here that have lasted 10 minutes, and I've had sessions here that have lasted 4 hours. So really, I think personally, depends on the time of day, who's working security that day, and what you're skating and where you're skating. I like to come into like this back little corner section here. It's pretty empty for the most part. I'm back here, there's no other cars around me, so I'm trying to be respectful by not damaging anyone else's car. I'm not skating any of the obstacles. There's like a few manual pads, there's a ledge, there's a slappy curb, but I'm not skating street today, I'm skating freestyle. So I really just want to try and skate a flat area that's dry. And because it's raining out today, this is really my only option in the city. Second reason why I don't really like skating here, it's kind of dirty. There is dust and grime and filth all over this floor. The dust gets on your grip tape, makes your board feel slippery. If you fall on the ground, you feel disgusting. So that's another reason why I don't really love skating here. So I'm gonna try my best not to fall, but it's really all I got. So I might as well try my best and see what I can do. So there's a couple of things I wanna try and learn today. Because I don't know how much time I have, I'm not really gonna waste too much time doing a warm-up. I'm just gonna go straight into the skating. I watched 2 trick tips before coming out today. Tony Gale did a trick tip on this footwork trick called a turn-in. About 12 years ago, I used to do a lot of dancing longboard stuff, and it kind of reminded me of that, a lot of like the cross-stepping and like the spinning around and the pivoting. So I'm gonna try and see if I can do that. I wanna see if some of my longboarding dancing skills can translate into this. And then the other trick I wanna try is a shove it. Sarah Park did a really good video on a shove it. Also reminded me of longboard shove its. Longboard shove its, they were all done front side. This is done back side, but it still uses that front truck as like a pivot point rather than popping off the nose. And in longboarding and in freestyle skateboarding, shove its are done off the nose instead of the tail. You can still easily do a pop shove it, like a traditional street pop shove it, but this is a more traditional way of doing shove its, and I eventually want to get up to 360 shove its. So right now, because I don't know how much time I have, I'm gonna go straight into trying to learn turn-ins. After that, I'm gonna try and do 180 shove its. Then after that, I want to see how hard a 360 shove it feels. If that feels way out of the question, then I want to try rolling kickflips, because I did stationary kickflips last time. They were feeling good, but I didn't try them rolling. But yeah, I'm going to try and skip the warm-up, do those tricks. If I can get that down and I still don't get kicked out, then I'm just going to keep continuing to mess around and see how long I can last here before getting kicked out. So far, there's no one else around, and I'm here fairly early in the morning. So I'm hoping I can get a decent session in before someone comes by and kicks me out, or I just don't see security at all. All right, let's try this out. So one thing, I get dizzy very easily. This trick is definitely making me dizzy. So, sorry if I'm talking a little quietly right now, but I'm trying to make sure security doesn't hear me. So I think the biggest reason why I'm struggling at all with this trick, I'm so used to popping tricks off a tail or off a nose from street skateboarding. Letting the trick swing around is kind of tough to get used to. But I did get a few clean ones in there. I don't know if 360 shove is in the cards. I did get some turn-ins, but it's making me so dizzy. I don't know how many more of those I want to do, but I'm gonna keep messing around, and if I get anything else that's kind of good, I'll take the camera out again. Okay, so I got kicked out. This time it only lasted 30 minutes. I really do think there is actually a camera right there that I didn't notice. So it really must be up to the security guard onto how long you can skate here, because I skated in this spot like a week ago for like 2 hours and no one kicked me out. So I think it really matters on just who's working that day. Yeah, that sucks. I got nowhere else to skate now. I'll try and edit this into a video and see how long of a video I can make out of it. But this is going to be a struggle going forward, because if I've got nowhere to skate, I don't have anywhere to make content. Maybe I'll try and see if there's somewhere else in the city where I can skate that's covered and not wet and rainy and cold. Okay, so the ground is not great. It's a little bumpy, not the smoothest. And it's really loud here with all the traffic. But let's see, maybe I can get a couple things. So as I was skating here, this looked really familiar to me. I was like, I swear I've seen some people skate this before. And yes, totally. If you look at the rail, that has been skated. This one also has been skated. Pretty sure I've seen this spot in a few London videos before. Pretty nice rail, actually. I didn't know where that was. Now I do. Look at that. So I think that is going to be it for today. Sorry I didn't get more content of me skateboarding. Sorry there wasn't more of a progress with the tricks I was trying. I did get Shuv Its down pretty easily. It took a bit of a struggle, but I did get there. And I got some of the turn-ins, but I honestly think that one of my issues with footwork is just, I hate to say it, but I think it's the board. I think my feet are just too big, or I'm used to just boards that are too big, and it's taking me a while to get used to a board that's this skinny. Like 7.2 is pretty small, and to be trying to like dance all around it, I'm like tripping over my feet and I'm losing balance. I think I need a board that's just like a little bit wider, maybe like 7.5, and maybe like a little bit longer too. And I'm not by any means saying don't buy this board, because it's a great board. Honestly, I've learned so much on it, and like when it comes to doing stationary tricks and when it comes to doing rolling tricks, like it's great. I just think it's maybe not the best for footwork. The fact that it's a single kick and it's so small, I'm just like having to favor one side most of the time, and I'm tripping over my feet a lot. So that could just come with time. Like maybe I'll just get better as I go and it won't be such an issue. But as for right now, that's what I'm coming to realize. But I'll link both of those trick tips in the description. Sarah Park's Shove It tutorial, the turn in tutorial, and you guys can follow along, try and learn them as well if you want. They're pretty cool tricks. I'm gonna keep working on them. I wanna get better at footwork. If I can get better at my footwork on a small board, then when I do eventually level up to a bigger board, it shouldn't be so bad. But yeah, the shove it, the main thing for me was your foot positioning. Don't have your foot too far onto the nose. I found like I kept hitting the nose when I had it too close to the nose. So bring it in a little bit, hover it around the bolts. I put my toe like just below the skid pad bolts. And back foot as far back as you can go, scoop it, get some speed helps, and jump backwards, and think of it more as a toss rather than a pop. That's what I realized trying to learn this trick. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you around. See ya.